thin line divides heaven and hell. Deadly life. So we've got a little over 2 hours, and then we, unfortunately, have to end, because I have to go to work. For the second time at the Ultimate Academy, a body discovery announcement sounded out. Those who weren't present at the magic show heard it and came running. "What's going on?" said the murderer. I don't know what happened. We should break the tank, right? We gotta check what's inside. What? Break it? Yeah, break it. It'll take too long to drain it by hand. But what would we even use to break... Gonta, Keyboy, you're up. What do you mean we're up? Gonta, throw Keyboy as hard as you can. Use that robot like a battering ram. Who are you calling a battering ram? Gonta, throw Keyboy. Got it. Then I'll help too. No, wait just a second. You don't need to team up now. Okay, well, there's the other murderers. Getting thrown through a plate of glass is super bad for you. The sound was intense. A wall of piranhas and water dyed purple with blood rushed out. We watched helplessly as the area flooded with water. After some deliberation, we decided to start cleaning everything up. However, I made sure not to disturb the scene more than necessary. Do not bully. Don't bully the robot. With Kurumi's expertise, we were able to clean up enough to start investigating. I've gathered Ryoma's body and belongings in one place. Kibo looks depressed. He was just used as a battering ram, so I understand why. He's been reduced such that he can be carried in one hand. How fleeting and fragile life is. Gonta put piranhas in bucket. Piranhas all got big tummies. Gonta think they full. Today Ryoma is fish food, and tomorrow he'll be fish shit. Don't say such things. Himiko, are you okay? This wasn't an accident, was it? Does this mean the killing game has started again? How? How could this happen? We swore to each other, didn't we? We swore we'd never let the killing game start up again. So that was all just a lie. You guys are liars. All you liars apologize to Ryoma. He believed the killing game wouldn't happen anymore. Your disingenuous tears mark you as the liar right now. Oh, you figured it out. You've got a pretty good eye there, Kyo. Hey guys, how's it feel now that you've got a second murder victim on your hands? Huh? Ryoma's transparent. Has my X-ray vision superpower finally awakened? Father, you don't have superpowers. He's just been reduced to a skeleton. Finally, I've been waiting for the killing game to start up again. This means we can put all this boring crap on hold and start playing the blame game. You're raring to go, Mono... Who are you again? Monosuke, you should at least remember your own kid's name. Mono, Funny, are you okay? 5, 4... Why are you counting, Mono Funny? Why are you counting? Because 3, I'm seriously gonna... 2, gonna puke. 1, now. Almost remind... What's the Garbage Pail Kids? Where it was like, yep, each one of them has something gross. One of them just pukes. That's all they do. That's their character. She puked again. What the hell are you doing, you failure? Listen up. We're here to make sure the killing game goes smoothly, capiche? Also to keep me company, and new mascots present lots of exciting business opportunities. Shut up, you failure! What? Me too? Hey, this conversation is fun and all, but we should really get this over with. Yeah, I was expecting Kaito, I guess. I fell for all of the death flags that they were raising. But again, like, there are a lot of people that I'm like, this person's gonna die. That's what the game does. And there are a lot of people that I'm like, this person is gonna be the killer. I won't start thinking about it until I see at least some of the clues. Don't we need to start investigating or something? Yes. Alright, I'll get the culprit this time for sure. Hurry up and give us the thingy. You mean Zamonokuma Fire, right? I also investigated the cause of death this time, so read it to your heart's delight. Oh, this is sort of unrelated, but I got a great business idea. Yeah, that's totally unrelated. Let's use the Monokuma file to start a funeral services business. You know how it gets awkward at funerals when you start asking about the cause of death? If we pass out Monokuma files, even the worst deaths will get a giggle out of the attendees. Well, Pops, what do you think? You're so freaking cute. Huh? Cute? The way you pass out the files is just so cute. Why don't you come with me over here? Pops is... Oh, look, it is a pacifier. Confirmed for pacifier. I've been wondering what it is. Pops is gonna lick me all over. Huh? Father's showering Monosuke with all his love? You think maybe Monosuke's right? Maybe Father doesn't like us anymore because we're not hostile and threatening enough. I think maybe I'll follow Monosuke. Bye, Kuma. Bye, Kuma. In any event, let us begin the investigation. Investigation? So it's really going to start again. I can't believe it. One of us killed Ryoma? Someone among us. No more. Going to no wanna investigate friends. No wanna suspect friends. Then don't do it. I'm not going to investigate either. Huh? You'll be fine if you're short a person, and I doubt a child caregiver would be much help. She is quite the... Like, normally you know at least a little bit about everybody, right? Even if I don't wind up being an important person, and even if... Like, we have to learn about her eventually. Right? Second guessing and third guessing myself. Wait, Maki! I tried to stop her, but Maki didn't even turn around and... kept walking. Huh? The fuck is that bitch's problem? She's seriously not gonna investigate? That seems rather irresponsible. She likely assumes someone else can take care of it, and I suppose she isn't wrong. But why would she say that now? She participated in Rantaro's investigation, although I suppose Maki has been acting strange lately. I've been told she spends all day in her lab. What is she doing in there? Well, I'll have a talk with Maki later. For now, we should start investigating. I'm seriously pissed we gotta do this, but it's our only chance to survive. Yup, I'll do my very best too. Gunta and I have to work especially hard so we can regain everyone's trust. Oh, yes, you're right. But we don't even need to investigate. It's pretty obvious who the culprit is. What? Ryoma was murdered during a certain little girl's magical show. Right? So I think we need to be a little more suspicious of that little magical girl. But she's so suspicious that it seems not suspicious. But then again, she's made herself look not suspicious, so now she's super suspicious. Jeez, shut up already. How dare you toy with Himiko's pure heart? You just said Himiko, didn't you? But I never mentioned her name. Shut up! Shut up! Himiko would never do something like that. I know her best. Right, Himiko? No. This is the part where you agree with me. Himiko, can you at least tell us the trick behind the underwater escape act? If we know how the trick works, we can try to figure out how the culprit was killed. Or how the culprit's killed. That's not possible. Not possible? Why not? There's no trick to the underwater escape, because it was my magic. Ha ha! The day is mine, Trebek! How long is that donkey-lipped midget gonna keep saying that? Himiko, in order for us to find the culprit, it's plain to see we need your help. Illusion! Right, you can't. Don't call it a trick. It's an illusion. My answer won't change, no matter what you say. There's no trick to my magic, because it's magic. How long are you gonna keep that bullshit up? Listen, if we don't catch the culprit, we're... That's enough. If Himiko says it's magic, then it's magic. I'll use my Neo Aikido to obliterate any degenerate male who bullies Himiko. I'm not bullying her. It's her fault she's being so stubborn. Well, it's fine if you don't want to tell us. I'll just find out myself. Actually, that sounds pretty fun. To solve this mystery, we must first learn the trick behind Himiko's underwater escape act. We have no choice in the matter. He's right. We have no choice. We have no choice but to find the culprit who killed Ryoma. This investigation is to save all of our lives, because we're risking our lives in the class trial. Oh. Like, what's going on? Hey, Shuichi. You got a sec? What's wrong? I don't know. Before we start the investigation, there's something I gotta tell you. You're my sidekick from now on. Your sidekick? I'm more of a scientist kind of guy, so I'm not really cut out for investigations. But that's a good quality to have for an investigation. Plus, the only stage fit for Kaito Momoto, luminary of the stars, is the universe itself. So I'll leave the details to you. Pave the path for my success. But I don't know what to do as a sidekick. Don't worry about it. I'll make all the tough calls. You just gotta do what I say. He loves to make decisions on his own, doesn't he? I don't know. So, I'll take full responsibility. Since you're my sidekick, there's nothing to worry about. Huh? Alright, let's get started. First, we gotta check the Monokuma file. Yes, right. Kaito making me his sidekick like this. Could it be... love? I'm scared. I try hard not to be, but I'm scared. I can't stop thinking about the pain and sadness that comes if I reveal the truth. That's what I'm afraid of. Is he trying to help me? Oi. Hey, what's the matter? Let's check the Monokuma file already. Alright. At Kaito's behest, I looked over the Monokuma file. That's a good word, behest. The victim is Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. The body was discovered in the gym. The cause of death was drowning. His body was consumed by piranhas until only bones remained. No other injuries can be confirmed at this time. Not he had no other injuries, but no other injuries can be confirmed at this time. And there's no time of death. There's a cause of death, but no time of death, which is important. He was probably killed between 9 and 11 last night, while everybody was in the bug room. What? There's less written here than before. We got a bad feeling about this. The time of death isn't written here. The previous Monokuma file indicated Rantaro's time of death, right? The victim is Rantaro Amami. It doesn't say what his ultimate talent was. The victim's body was discovered in the library. The estimated time of death is 9:10 p.m. The victim was subjected to blunt force trauma to the back of the skull, resulting in cranial fractures and immediate death. No other injuries were detected. But the Monokuma file this time doesn't indicate a time of death. Did Monokuma mess up? No, this was intentional. Monokuma told us he wouldn't give us any information that would reveal the culprit. Thinking about it that way, it implies that the information would be damning evidence for the culprit. So that means the key to this case is the time of death. Ha, there you go. I knew I picked a good sidekick. There's one more thing in the Monokuma file that catches my eye. Ryoma's cause of death. It says drowning, but if that's the case, we might be able to unravel the case from there. So as I predicted an eternity ago, the murder happened in the swimming pool. The instant we walked in there, I was like, this pool is where someone will be murdered. Alright, now that we're done with the Monokuma file, we can get started on the investigation. My first command to my new sidekick is, investigate everywhere and find clues that will lead us to the culprit. He's pretty commanding, as I expected. Gonta could have saved him. No, Gonta should have saved him. Gonta, what's wrong? When piranhas attacked Ryoma, if Gonta had dived into Tank, then Gonta could help Ryoma. But Gonta got scared, too scared to do anything. Sorry, Gonta really sorry. Chronicus, hey, what's up? Nothing much. We're rocking our way through. We just had our second death. Somebody died in Chapter 2, so we're investigating. Well, the hope is that within the next 2 hours that I will finish the investigation, and that way tomorrow's stream is just going to be the whole trial, and then maybe Sunday just go all the way through Chapter 3 beginning to end. Because I would like to get... I'm loving playing this, but I also like to, see the end. I want to see all of it. A man shouldn't apologize so easily. And even if you had jumped in, they just would have eaten you too. And from what I read in the Monokuma file, you couldn't have saved him anyway, Gonta. Huh? Really? Does it say that in Monokuma file? You haven't even read the Monokuma file yet? No, Gonta not really understand it. Gonta not smart enough to be help. What are you talking about? If you've got time to apologize, you've got time to read the file. How does it rank? Yeah, I played the first few. Yes, it's a very blind playthrough because the game just came out like 3 days ago. So it's a blind playthrough for everybody who's playing it right now. I had a small complaint about how they ended the first chapter that I suspect a lot of people had the same complaint, but I came to a realization, like, I'm being vague because I don't know how much of it you've seen and whether you'll ever play it, but I'll have to go back at some point and look, but they may have actually pulled it off really well, and I just didn't realize it because it was my first playthrough. One of my regulars who came in for me playing Danganronpa 1 and like lives and breathes this series said that his new favorite trial is in this game, which is huge praise coming from Rich. Like, he absolutely idolizes everything about these games and could tell you like he could practically like recite the entire game verbatim, I feel like. So for him to say that something in this game topped all of the previous trials is a big deal. Yep. Yeah. So they like... The reason that I thought it was kind of crap was that obviously, as the player, we should be able to hear the protagonist thinking that they, you know, we shouldn't hear them thinking, oh, we need to find the culprit, because that's not what they're thinking. But that, I don't think that's what she was thinking. If you go back and read, I think throughout the trial, she's constantly saying we need to capture the mastermind. And in the context of this game, the culprit is the person who did the murder, but the mastermind is the person who is orchestrating the entire thing. And I was constantly like yelling at the screen, the culprit isn't the mastermind, almost certainly. So why do you keep saying that? And I think it's because you're supposed to assume that's what she means, but she's actually, she knows that she did it, but she's doing the trial to try to get the mastermind to expose themselves, which is really great. Like that's some Fight Club stuff right there. Oh yeah, I played Shadow of Mordor on stream. I didn't enjoy it too much. Like compared to the Arkham series, which is what I would compare it to. Like that's the closest thing that I've played that was like it. I like all of the Arkham games better than I like Shadow of Mordor. So I probably won't be playing Shadow of War. If you think you can't help, then work till you can. That's what you can do. That's right, Gonta. You're a huge help. There's some information that only you know, after all. Oh, plus, like, 14, I keep, like, of all the things for Griplo to do, for him to be, hey guys, I got into fishing. I log into Final Fantasy and I just click fish for 3 hours at a time. Like, of all, I mean, I know, like, you do you, right? It's an MMO, do whatever you want, but it's, and I mean, I have a level 60 fisher, so I can't even, like, say anything about it, but it's still, like, of all the things to hold you back from finishing the game, it's gonna be fishing. Oh, alright, work internet's acting up. I wish that I could watch Twitch from work again. Information only Gonta know? Remember, during the show, you went up on the stage. That was about 20 seconds before the piranhas dropped, right? Yeah, cause Gonta, worry about Himiko. Did you see inside the tank? Did you see Himiko or Ryoma? No, Gonta see no one in tank. Gonta kinda surprised. You can't do that. We're still in the middle of the show. But if Gonta do nothing, Himiko get eaten by piranhas. Huh? But when the piranhas were dropped and the curtains opened, Ryoma was in the tank, right? Yeah, that's right. Then when did Ryoma get in there? You didn't see it happen? Gonta don't know. Everyone see Ryoma in tank when piranhas drop in. After that, sorry, Gonta shoulda watched tank better. Like I said, a man shouldn't apologize so easily. Yeah, Arkham, all the Arkham games. I mean, Arkham Knight, I obviously had some complaints about the entire 50% of the game that was vehicle-based. But it was still, I still liked it. Yeah, you're right. But this is a problem. Now I'm even more stumped. Even if Himiko disappearing was part of the Underwater Escape Act, how did Ryoma get into the tank? Was that part of Himiko's trick? I'm positive that mystery will be an important point of this case. But I already caught a glimpse of him falling in. Like, it was a tiny glimpse. But I would have guessed that anyway. That there was like a closed cage inside of the piranha tank so that they couldn't get to him, and then they both emptied at the same time. Actually, for that matter, maybe he didn't really fall in. Maybe we're supposed to think that because there was like a brief glimpse of something that looked like it could be a person. I'm glad Himiko made this game more difficult. Maybe I won't be nearly as bored. Yes. Time to work hard and solve this mystery. Get ready, culprit, 'cause here I come. Useless. You haven't been useful all game. What are you doing? Are you the culprit? If Himiko doesn't tell us how the trick works, we won't know how Ryoma was killed, right? But with the way she is, how do we convince her? Oh, what if Ryoma was a former apprentice of Himiko's master and vowed revenge on him? And he murdered a lookalike of himself in order to sabotage her show. Or something like that. It's happened before, probably. Was that The Prestige? Which I never saw? Or the other one that I get mixed up with The Prestige that I also never saw? What do you think, Sean Connery? Hey, Flemwad, there's something I need you to tell me. That's not a very polite way to ask someone for something. It has nothing to do with the incident, but I heard Gonta captured you guys last night. The hell was that all about? I was running around, so I got no clue what happened. Oh yeah, tell me too. I was also running, so I still don't know what went on. How did Miyu escape from Gonta? She's not strong enough to fight him. Trump, you slimy shit.
Well, I suppose you could say that Gonta was tricked into kidnapping us.
She can't help being useless. Cospox and Waifu Bait are keeping her back. I should... Let me add it to the list of movies that I should have watched. It's over there. There's a lot of things that I should have watched. Oh, I went to watch... I actually had... I torrented Erased, the anime, because I found out that it's something I would probably like. And then I went to watch it at work and realized that it's not subtitled. I grabbed the raw by mistake. Very stupid.
The first ones to get captured were Kibo, Kyo.
I didn't notice before that their names rhymed like that.
Kibo, Kyo, Tsumugi, Tenko, and I. Himiko and Aji were brought in later.
From the gym, right?
Exactly, and Kokichi left the room after, around 9 p.m., so they must have been brought in about 5 minutes before that. We were all forced to participate in Gonta's insect meet and greet. We were freed about an hour into nighttime, around 11 p.m.
So from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., everyone there had an alibi. And then those people without an alibi are me, Kurumi, Maki, and Ryoma. I see you've learned what an alibi is, thanks to the previous incident. But what the fuck is this insect meet and greet bullshit?
By the way, Miyu, how were you able to get away from Gonta?
I had to use my secret woman weapon, and let's just leave it at that.
Secret woman weapon? Hey, what's a secret woman weapon?
She trying to laugh it off? Shuichi, let's just leave her be. Listening to her will just tire you out.
You're probably right. Besides, it's better to get the truth out of her at the class trial.
Ah, that's right. We need to ask Anji about the stage.
Hey, Anji, I wanted to ask you some questions about the stage.
Yup, I was in charge of all the art. I even built and painted the stage.
Then do you know anything about Himiko's trick? How it worked, perhaps?
No, I don't know the trick. Himiko only said it was magic. The best character to get the Sean Connery voice. Blame Mondu. When Mondu comes back, we need to have like a round of applause for Mondu saying that yes, indeed, I should give her the Sean Connery voice. And I wish I did a better Sean Connery voice, let's be honest. It's about as good as the, well, a lot of voices that I've done, unfortunately. I see. I suppose she didn't tell Anji the secret either.
By the way, you asked other people to help you with the preparations, right?
Yup, we started the prep work yesterday. Lots of people helped out. Like when we were moving the heavy tank from the stairs to Himiko's research lab. Me and Kibo helped with that. The tank had a pulley, but because it was huge, it was still a lot of work. And I asked Kirumi to sew the curtains, because I hate sewing. So basically, it's all thanks to Atua that the show is a success. No, it's because of all of us. Was it really a success?
By the way, were the piranhas your idea?
On its own, the Underwater Escape Act is no different from a normal magic show. I thought it would make the show more exciting and divine if we used piranhas. It would make it more divine. That's what Atua told me. So Atua gives you that kind of advice too, does he?
And about the piranha tank and the timer, those were from Himiko's lab, correct?
Yep. According to the piranha's tank's manual, it's synced up with the timer. When the timer goes off, the bottom of the piranha tank will open automatically. I see. That means most of the equipment came from Himiko's lab. So, I mean, it almost, if we were to follow normal logic, which we shouldn't, it would go without saying that the person who came up with the idea of let's drop piranhas into the tank is the person who arranged for this to happen. I don't think somebody heard about the piranha plan, then decided, well, I'll go kill Ryoma and put him in the tank so that he falls out during the magic show. But this is Danganronpa. There's yeah, her and Tenko. Tenko's catching up. And right when we finished the prep work and we're about to take a break, Gonta captured us, so we couldn't rehearse at all. When Gonta let us go, it was already nighttime, so we couldn't go back to the gym. Oh, that's right, it locks. That's important. The gym is locked at nighttime. Oh yeah, you can't enter the gym at nighttime. So we decided to come to the gym today before the morning announcement. Himiko and I were waiting for the gym to open. Oh, I was so relieved the set was intact. So no one could have snuck into the gym before those two got there. What's up, Shuichi? Are you worried because of this confusing incident? Don't worry, it'll be fine.
What?
Atua has spoken. You have nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about?
Nothing can escape Atua's sight, not even the culprit. Atua is truly a divine force to be reckoned with. Angie is starting to. Angie is just starting to sound more and more creepy, everyone. Take note. It's the large water tank from the escape trick. The glass is broken, and it's in bad shape. Did you guys really need to break the glass? Everything's soaked now.
Well, if we had left Ryoba's body there, we wouldn't have been able to investigate.
I guess it would have taken way too long to just empty the tank with a bucket.
It was a lot of cleanup, but at least we could investigate the tank now. There might be a clue around here. I should take a closer look.
Yeah, you're right. Zoom. Because we broke the glass, there isn't much of anything left in the tank, but I should investigate the area thoroughly. There's bound to be something. What is this? Oh, it's the bucket of fish. It's a bucket full of piranhas. Gonta said that he picked up all the piranhas and put them here. I can't believe Gonta would do that with his bare hand. Wait, yes I can. When I think Ryoma is inside their stomachs, I don't even feel like eating them.
Why would you even consider eating them in the first place? You're not Solid Snake.
Only the strong can survive in this world that Atua has created. The least we can do is pray for your Ryoma's soul so that he may enter Atua's kingdom. Can he really go there looking like this? Those piranhas sure were a miraculous mystery. Maybe Atua was behind those videos too.
What are you talking about?
I noticed it right as the show started. I feel like there were more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing.
More piranhas?
What, did they multiply overnight? There's no way they could reproduce that fast. But compared to yesterday, the piranhas look super crammed into that tank. So they look more crammed together. The water was too murky, so I couldn't tell how many more piranhas there were. But anyway, it was super crammed. Super crammed. We get it. More piranhas than yesterday. There might be something to that. Right, because there was I guess, a second a second cage in there containing Ryoma's body. He was already dead. This is how she escapes, maybe? There's a square pane of glass at the bottom of the water tank. It doesn't look like a broken piece. The other fragments are far more random than this. Or, oh, maybe it was just like a glass divider separating the front of the piranha tank, where all the piranhas were, from the back, where he was. I get it. I was thinking at first like an enclosed cage, but it could have just been cutting the tank in half. It's nearly impossible for the broken water tank to produce such a perfect square of glass. Then what exactly is this pane? Handcuffs? Why are there handcuffs here? Still locked, and there are small scratches on them. The cuffs appear to be stainless steel, so not too hard to scratch. They must have been scraping against something hard or sharp. What are those handcuffs? Were they in the tank? But I've never seen handcuffs in the warehouse. Where did they come from? That's true. There weren't any in the warehouse, so where did they come from? It's a pain in the ass. Terrible. Another place that might have handcuffs is, could it be, he's a prisoner? Ryoma's lab wasn't just for the ultimate tennis pro, but also the ultimate prisoner. I never caught that. So perhaps some element of that was in his lab as well. Or they could be handcuffs from the magician's workshop. The fragments of broken glass water tank have been piled up. There are so many tiny pieces. Gon and Tenko certainly didn't hold back when they threw Kibo at the glass. Ryoma's body is nothing more than a skeleton now, not even a shadow of what he was. What the heck is this? Hey, is this really Ryoma? I didn't see the moment it happened, so I can't believe it. I'm certain of it. This is also... well... there is a Monokuma file, right? There is a Monokuma file, so it's probably not faked. That would be Danganronpa, like, just breaking another rule, right? That they want you to think, oh, no, Monokuma wouldn't ever say someone died when they didn't, but maybe they did. I mean, didn't. Maybe he did lie about somebody being dead.
I'm certain of it. Everyone watching the show witnessed it. We saw Ryoma become nothing but bones.
I can't believe he died in such a gruesome way.
The water filled with blood so fast, we didn't see the whole thing, thankfully. But this skeleton is unmistakably Ryoma's.
Jeez, I know he wanted to die, but he didn't have to go and actually do it.
No, I don't think that's right, Kaito. Ryoma wasn't trying to die. He said as much. He was jealous of us who wanted to live.
Huh? What do you mean he was jealous?
I'm positive that Ryoma wanted to join us. That's why he needed a reason to live. So that he could have the same feelings we do. And so that he could have that reason to keep going. To fight alongside us.
Then he was a real idiot. Who cares if you don't have a reason to live? Can't your reason for living be something simple like good food or your friends? Some good food, some bad laughs. Damn it, that idiot. Ryoma's belongings are all gathered here. His clothes, his monopad, the key to his room.
That's it! If we use this key, we can investigate Ryoma's room.
Huh? What's in his room to investigate?
The motive video. We should find out whose video Ryoma had.
Then, you think Ryoma was killed because of that video?
I can't say for certain, but we should check just in case.
Although, he might have had my video. If that were the case, I might be a suspect. Well, no point thinking about that now. Alright, that's all I wanted to see around the under the tank. There's a ladder here. I wonder if it was used to set up the show. Okay, thanks.
You were helping set up the show, right, Kirubi? Did you hear anything about the trick?
No, I did not hear a word. Furthermore, my help consisted of sewing the banner and curtains, so I do not know the details of her trick.
I see.
This is the timer that was counting down the escape trick. I didn't realize it was also a timer to reveal Ryoma's body. There's a curtain covering it, but I believe there's a window on the other side that leads to the swimming pool. See, I'm way ahead of these guys. What's the matter? You want to check that window out?
Yeah, but...
Oh, it's too high up to reach, huh? Yeah, it is pretty high. Even higher than the piranha tank. Higher than the piranha tank. That's right, there was a ladder next to the stage. I'll go get it. Kaido quickly headed off to the stage. He returned carrying the ladder that was set up beside the stage over his shoulder. But you know, shouldn't the sidekick be the one bringing the ladder?
Yeah, I suppose so. Thank you.
After setting up the ladder on top of the stage, I climbed up the rungs. The culprit may have gone in and out through this window. Oh, nothing much, just the pool. The window frame has distinct abrasions, perhaps scratched by something. This may be related to the case. I should remember it. Marked window frame. Okay.
I know we just saw it, but the window was open, right?
Yeah, and the pool's on the other side, isn't it? Alright. Okay. When I stood on stage and looked up, the piranha tank was directly overhead. It was set up so the bottom would open when the timer had reached 0. The bottom is open now and the tank is empty. It doesn't look as though it has a lid. I can see the ceiling straight through. And only the front side is glass. The other sides are made of wood. The other sides are made of wood. Okay. So the piranha tank had no lid and only the front was made of glass. Oh yeah, that tank was from Himiko's research lab.
Hey Kaito, you helped carry supplies from the show, right?
Yeah, me, Kibo, Himiko, and Anji. It was a lot of work. But I just helped carry it. I wonder how they hung it from there. It was a heavy tank full of water and piranhas. It couldn't have been easy to lift. It seems this is where the lighting baton. Okay. In Danganronpa 2, they had baton lighting, which they referred to over and over, and I had never heard of it. Is it actually spelled differently? Baton? The lighting baton? Baton? Hidden?
Kirubi.
The control panel on the side of the stage allows you to raise and lower the baton. It seems they lowered the baton, attached the piranha tank to it, then raised it again. I never knew lighting baton. Stop. I mean, I guess maybe there's just no other word for it, but I've never heard of this word before. Lighting batons were sturdy enough to lift a tank like that. Since it was built to lift heavy objects, it is probably quite sturdy. Alright, let's get down from there. We all done here? Then let's go.
Yeah, okay.
My magic was supposed to make everyone smile. And don't worry, everyone is smiling. I don't think any of us can smile right now.
Himiko, if it's alright, are you ready to talk about your underwater escape trick? We need to understand how your trick works if we're going to solve this mystery.
There's no trick to my underwater escape act. It was magic. Are you still saying that? Do you understand the situation we're in? No matter how much you guys threaten me, my answer won't change. It was magic.
But...
Okay, your time's up. The Q&A session is now over. Unless you want to feel the full volcanic wrath of my Neo Aikido. Man, this guard is more strict than the security at idol events. Alright, Tenko, do you have anything useful to say? No. I'll use my Neo Aikido to obliterate any degenerate male who bullies Himiko. But if we don't understand the magic trick, how can we possibly survive the trial? It's similar to what they did in Apollo Justice, where they had you solve a court case where there was a murder during not a magic show, it was a concert that involved a magic trick being performed on stage. And they were like, nope, even though I'm literally going to go to jail for the rest of my life if you fail, I can't reveal how this trick works. Although there are many unknown variables, the first thing we need to make clear is, when was Ryoma murdered? Well, in the middle of the show, obviously wrong. The culprit knew how Himiko's trick worked and took advantage of it to kill Ryoma. In other words, everyone watching the show isn't suspicious. Kaito, you didn't attend the show either. Or, you didn't attend the show. Kaito, you didn't attend the show either, did you? No, but I'm still not suspicious. I forgot a promise, so I was just eating breakfast. You got it? I'm not suspicious. I do not understand how that explanation is supposed to convince me. Kibo does have a point. Well, his point didn't turn into it wasn't a truth bullet, so I don't think it really was a good point. I never would have imagined such a cruel murder happening at such a fun show. Why did the culprit commit such a barbaric act? Did they wish to see us panic?
I don't think that was the sole motivation. I think there was some other reason for it. And that reason must be related to Himiko's magic show somehow.
So that means the culprit knew of Himiko's trick and made use of it. Yes. Baton. Also, a bar or pipe is a long metal pipe suspended above a stage or audience from which lighting fixtures, theatrical scenery, and theater drapes and stage curtains may be hung. It makes sense. That's what I guessed it was back during the Danganronpa 2 case. But not working in theater, I would have no idea that was a thing. If that's true, did Himiko tell someone? Someone who thinks the trick is actual magic? Since the show was used, we must investigate the trick as well. Kyo murmured to himself, almost to himself, then walked to the back of the stage. Is there anything to investigate backstage?
Let's follow him. We should investigate the entire area anyway.
We followed Kyo backstage. Here we go. This is a pretty long rope. What was this used for? I estimate it is roughly 65 feet in length.
You can tell just by looking at it?
I am well versed in ropes. I once visited a village where their use was commonplace. When it was time for me to leave, the women of the village all begged me to stay. I find that deeply disturbing, but I have to focus on the investigation. Anyway, what is this rope? Could this be related to the case? A puddle? Is it a cuddle puddle? Welcome to the cuddle puddle, everybody. There's a puddle behind the staircase. This isn't a puddle from when we broke the tank. The floor around it is completely dry. Perhaps someone who was wet was here, doing something.
Changing wet clothes?
But how would you get from the water tank to this space behind the staircase? This may be a vital clue for understanding the underwater escape trick. I'm guessing that's what it is. Is she escaped from the tank and then changed clothes here? I don't know why she would need to change clothes. Is the trick that... No, I don't know. I'm not going to start making guesses already. This staircase goes to the top of the stage. Inspecting it closely, I can see that some places on the side are wet. This may have something to do with the puddle next to it. There's nothing strange about it from behind. Other than the large size, it's a normal tank. All sides of the tank seem to be made of a special type of glass. I see no hidden doors. Very mysterious. How, I wonder, did Himiko escape from the tank? Well, if we figured it out easily, it wouldn't be a magic trick. I believe that if we figure out the route Himiko took, we will discover how Ryoma got in there. That is true. There's a high probability that they used the same route. To reveal how Ryoma got into the tank, I need to reveal how Himiko managed to get out of it. I've investigated just about everything. I still don't know how the trick was performed. Hey, how long are you going to investigate here? We still got to find the culprit, you know? Come on, let's go.
Wait, Kaito.
And now we... Yes, we should have finished with the gym.
Well,
our investigation's over now, so who's the culprit?
I can't say for certain yet. There are other places I need to investigate.
What? You still don't know? I never thought detective work would be such... work. So where else do we gotta investigate?
First, the pool next to the gym. They're connected by the window above the stage, so that needs to be looked at. After that, I want to go to Ryoma's room and find out which motive video he had. Then, I want to investigate the Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. I've deduced that the handcuffs we found in the water tank probably came from there.
Is that everything?
Last of all, to the Ultimate Magician's lab. I want to know more about Himiko's trick. If we go there, I'm sure there'll be some kind of clue.
So we've still got a lot to do then, huh? Well, good luck, Shuichi. After all, it's gonna be you doing all the heavy lifting here.
Right.
What do you mean, right? Are you saying I'm useless? Is there a right way to respond to that? Let's leave.